This is an oblique cable chop, and all oblique means is that you have a slightly wider stance, almost sumo-like, and your body is turned at about a 45-degree angle away from the implement that you're using. In this case, it's a cable. That's just lining the cable rope up with my obliques. It's a great way to remember it. So how to set this drill up. Put your hips or your feet about hip width apart, line the cable up at your midline, stay nice and tall, soft knees, open your legs up to a comfortable sumo stance. Again, my sternum and my zipper are about a 45-degree angle away. The rope is lined up with my obliques. Soften your knees, relax your abs and your obliques. This is a very passive drill. We want to find the outer heels, push into the ground, and feel a little bit of lower glute and upper hamstring on the outside of your legs. We're going to try to maintain that throughout. Once you find that tension, take both feet, flatten them on the ground so you have 3 points of contact in both feet. Do not lose that for the whole drill. We want to move and shift our hips while keeping our knees in line with our second toes. Another thing to remember throughout the full drill. You're going to shift your body weight onto the front leg, about 80-90% of your body weight. Just let the rope just pull you that direction without leaning forward like this. You want to stay kind of tall while we're doing this. Got weight on the front leg, but I have not lost the context of my back leg. I'm going to push away from the floor, shifting my body weight to my back leg, keeping my eyes on the cable. Exhale as I pull. When I pause, I inhale, and then return back to the top and repeat nice and slow. Just like that. A couple common mistakes are, number one, going a little bit too far too fast, either in the depth that you're pulling. It's not a hinge. You want to stay fairly vertical. Number two is pushing really hard away from this front leg so fast that your knee hyperextends and rolls inside. If you're keeping outer glute tension and 3 points of contact, you should see that your knee stays in line with your second toe. A common mistake with leg rotation is if I'm chopping this direction, I might go so fast that my knee turns inside like this. If we maintain outer glute like this and you pull yourself away, you might not even lock your knee, but you're going to feel like your leg is almost untwisting, which is a good thing. That's what we're looking for. If you get all the way to the end of the chop right here and you notice that the ball of your big toe is off the ground, you'll notice that my knee is now outside the base of support of that foot. So just make sure you maintain the ball of the big toe, and you'll see that the shin rotated inside, but my leg kept the glute tension, and now my knee is centered. That's what we're looking for. Another common issue is if you're pulling with really tight glutes, you'll notice that your knees are driving really far over your toes and that your hips are in front of you like this. That's way too much glute tension. Because it's not a squat and it's not a hinge, we want to be able to use the knees and get into the hips just a little bit, kind of like a lateral squat, a little bit of a hybrid move right there. Last but not least, this is a very passive drill. You do not want to go too far too fast. It should be very lightweight, about 10 to 15 pounds, maybe even less if you're just getting started. Focus on your legs doing the movement. You're pushing yourself from side to side. The rope is just a secondary piece that's going to allow you to feel the foot contacts and the untwisting of the legs a little bit more while your glutes stay working to help you. If you implement this in your warm-ups, you're going to see a huge difference in your ability of your feet to connect with your hips. That's going to activate your glutes better. It's going to improve your hip mobility, and you're going to feel more stable and stronger in all of your unilateral and your bilateral lifts.